Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday, and welcome to another fun-packed day here on Crafters TV. It's going to be a great one. As you can see, it's me, and you just saw tip there of our Debbie as well. we're all, I like to say we're all chilled and ready and raring to go. It's going to be a great day because we are jam-packed full of your Black Friday deals. We're going to go into those in a little while, but it's going to be so much fun. But as well as that, we've got some amazing individuals that we're going to show you on a showstopper price. But we've also got our launch party, and we've got two amazing items in that launch party, haven't we, Debbie? It's going to be brilliant.
Absolutely. So we're going to be covering what we launched last week, which was magazine.
We've just flipped, haven't we?
We have, yeah. It's like a role reversal. We've also got featuring the Kingfisher. We're going to be featuring, oh my days, do we still have any left in? This is what I'm going to ask you. The Violet Studio watercolour pens, do we still have any of those left? Because I know that they were launched yesterday as well. And oh, perfect, because I love those. You're going to absolutely love them. If you didn't catch Sarah and Ben yesterday, we're going to focus on those as well later on. Did you see the new vacuum? Whoop, whoop. I love my vacuum.
You've been saying that, haven't you, for a while?
It's literally like my craft room. It's going to be my new best friend. I'm going to have to give it a name, and I might even have to put some googly eyes on. After seeing Ben with the googly eyes, I think I might even put some googly eyes on it, because it literally is a little game changer, especially if you want to keep your desk nice and clean. That's portable. And shall we tell you, you don't need any batteries, it's chargeable through your Gemini machine, and the charge lasts you quite a long time as well. So I charged mine up when I first got it, Corrine, and I'm still using it now, and it's 2 weeks on, and I'm using it every day.
Oh, brilliant.
Every day. So we've got that focusing on there as well. And then, love these. Have you seen the new tape pens?
I did the video for them to show everybody how to change them.
Oh my God, I genuinely mean it. They're bigger, they're better for the environment, they're better for you, because there's more on there, and they're so super easy to use. And I feel that this design is easier to use than the previous. It fits nice in the hand. You don't have to try and work out that angle of it anymore, because it literally is just, but we'll talk about all of that later on. You may have seen it yesterday, you may have got hold of them yesterday, and if you did, brilliant. If you didn't, don't worry, because we've got some, I think, I'll let producer Dean tell us. I think we've got some more of those still available as well. So it's going to be, all in all, a fantastic day, Corrine.
It certainly is. So, to keep the Good Ship Crafters TV rolling today, you've already seen it's Debbie and myself here. We've got Dean and Charlotte in the gallery, and they're saying hi. And this morning, we've got Alex on the socials. So she's been starting to feed the comments through. She sent me one from Geraldine Sadiku, I think that is. Good morning from a sunny and cold Argyle and Butte. Oh, I bet it's beautiful there. Ben McCarthy's in this morning. I don't know whether it's Ben or Michelle. Good morning, whoever it is. Sarah Brown is saying good morning to all my crafty friends. It's now 10 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Sending hugs to everyone at CTV. Special hugs to Corrine and Debbie and the whole team behind the scenes as well. Well, we're sending them back to you too, Sarah. Betsy Throp Black says good early morning from Houston in Texas. I bet it is. I don't know which bit of the US that's in, but it's somewhere between 3 and 6 a.m. So yes, it is. We've got, Brenda in from a rainy Kentucky. Veronica Daly is in saying good morning, everyone. A wee bit chilly, but the sun is out. Do you know what? I like those days. I don't know about you, but I like crisp, but as long as it's got some nice sun. Brilliant. Lynn Blackledge says good morning. Michael Adams says good morning, Corrine and Debbie, both looking fabulous. Well, thank you, Michael. That's very kind. Georgianne Curley says, Debbie, your dress is beautiful. Love it.
Thank you very much.
You have some lovely dresses.
Thank you very much. Dusted it off. It was from last year's season. So I dusted off it because we're not in summer. Well, I still want to wear my summer dresses, but the weather is predicting that I really shouldn't be wearing those summer dresses because it's just a little bit chilly. So the long sleeves have come back out. So I'm dusting a few off, and I've got a few new ones bringing the way to me as well.
I'm just envisaging you with a big dressing room with wardrobes full of clothes.
I wish, Corrine. You don't even want to know. I wish. One day, when I get into that big bedroom, I will be. It'll be just rails upon rails and lots of clothes. But right now, no, that's not.
You burst a bubble. Like. You burst a bubble. Christy Mahoney is also in. Good morning, everyone. Look, good morning. To the beautiful Debbie and Corrine, you ladies look amazing. Well, that's very kind of you, Christine. Thank you. Liz R says, hi, crafty friends. Corrine, Debbie and Team Social. Zoe Carvers says, good morning, everyone. Sandra Dundas is saying hello to everyone. Eleanor is hi, everyone. Diane's morning, everyone. Oh, and it is Michelle. Morning, everyone. It's always Ben, not me. He tunes in even when I'm not there. So there we go. We've got them both watching this morning. So it's great to have you with us. So I hope you're well and safe wherever you are, all around the world, because we are truly global. We're going all around the world. So it's worth it for all the amazing deals we've got. So this wake-up call this morning, we're going to have a look at bits from our launch party. We're going to have a bit from our craft vault, but we have some amazing, amazing Black Friday deals coming up for you with some brilliant up to 70% off. I mean, if you were walking down the street and you saw a sign outside a shop saying up to 70% off, wouldn't you go in? You just would, wouldn't you? You'd have to have a quick look in there. Oh, look at you there, Debbie, with Sarah, Ben and Lily.
Me.
There we go.
Looking all glam there.
I know.
Forgot about that picture.
Right, so there you go. You can see lots of things, discounts that look like Academy of Colour, or some amazing deals. We've still got that amazing price on our Gemini 2. So yeah, make sure you snap it up. What a brilliant, brilliant Christmas present that would be. Okay, now I've got 5 items here that are brilliant. I've been told I can pick whatever order I want. Right, now I'm going to start off with our Violet Studio 100 dual-tipped markers. It says you can design, sketch, create and draw with these. Now they are dual-tipped. They're single colour pens, but they are dual-tipped. Oh, these come in a beautiful tray. Look at this. Look at that rainbow of colours. You've got 5 trays. Yes, I am opening it for the first time. It is I do have one in the car, but I've not opened it yet. I'm drawn here. This is my bit. Oh, look at these. Now, what you've got is this end, and it even shows you there. You've got a lovely brush tip. You can see that on there. And then on this end, you've got a much finer tip. There you go. So single colour. These are alcohol ink pens, but they are going to be.
I think they're water-based.
Are they water-based?
Yeah, I think they're water-based.
Oh, sorry, I thought they were. I've got myself muddled up. They are water-based. You are totally. I am so sorry. Thank you, Debbie.
It's all right. It's just because I used them. They're absolutely beautiful.
I did say I know Debbie used to use them. You were raving about these last week too, mate.
I was indeed.
So there we go. And I haven't used them yet. So there we go. Right now, if you want this. 100 pens, dual tipped. So you've got 200 tips. Today, $34.99 or $41.99. Your platinum price for these, if you're platinum, you're going to go right down to $27.99 or $33.59. 100 pence. Yes, Dean, who is always the king of the understatement, just said in my ear, good price. Just like that. There was no more to it, just good price. Yeah, it really is. King of the understatement there. Now, next one, I've got to show you this one. Now, this is, each pen here has 30 metres of tape on here. And you're going to get 5 of your straight tapes and 5 refills and 5 of your dotties. So that's 6 in total, because you've got one that's fully loaded, and then you've got 5 refills. So you've got 12 pens in total. They are so easy to use. As our Debbie was saying, there's no more worrying about the angles. Look at how they fit in your hand. And then Debbie will show you properly how to use them. You've got a little guard over here, so you know it's not going to get all dusty. You pull that back, and then you just come like this. Then when you want to change the tape, the spool, you take this piece off here, you split them in half, and then this bit, the spool would have gone, and then you would just put the new refill in and clip them back together, as easy as this. Now, to stop them separating, you just put the bit back over the top. Good to go. Now, you have got, come on, Dean, I need some maths. So we have got 30 metres on each one, and we've got 12 in total. So what's that? 360 metres?
Ooh, Corrine.
I think it is.
Asking me.
360 metres. There we go. 360 metres for £49.99 or $69.99. Your platinum price is $39.99 or $55.99. Absolutely brilliant. As you say, you've got 5 in total for your straight and 5 in total for your dotty. So your straight is now a pink and your dotty is now purple. A bit easier to be able to see the difference. I like that. So if I just show you, you've got pink for straight and purple for dotty. Much easier to see the different pens, isn't it? So that is really, really useful. Okay, right. Okay, so there we go. So that's your tape pens. Next one I'm going to show you. It's almost like there's 2 different items here, but I want to show you them both. First one we've got is our paper trimmer. This is our new Crafter's Companion paper trimmer. It's very similar to the Violet Studio one that you might have seen, but what we've actually introduced is our replacement blades in this as well. So you're going to get 2 replacement blades. Well, when you buy them, you get your 2 replacement blades, and then you can also buy your paper trimmer as well. It's lovely and slim. It's so portable, but it has the extending arm in there. If Debbie needs to trim, I'm hoping she's going to be trimming stuff with this today to show you. Because I saw some comments from people who were thinking it's only like 3 inches wide. No, it still fits your full 12 by 12 paper and cardstock on there. And hopefully in a minute the details will come up on the screen for that. Oh, the details we're going to get those, but you'll find them on the show page, so just bear with us on that. And like I say, make sure you pop in your basket some replacement blades, because the worst thing is to get those really, feathery edges because your blades have blunted. So make sure you've always got a couple of sets of your spare blades as well. And the other thing I wanted to show you from yesterday, you saw our Debbie. She was so excited about this. Now, I don't know whether this one is... Oh, yes. Oh, there we go. Right, it is charged up. Here is our new Crafter's Companion desk vacuum. It's in the gorgeous raspberry colour that you've seen a lot of our products come into now. It's really simple to use. If you look on here, you've got these little bristles on here. They don't move, but what happens is you've got a button on the back, you turn it on. I'm just going to bring it up to my mic. Can you hear that noise?
So that's the first setting.
Is that one?
Yep, so you press it again. There's 2 settings.
2 settings. Oh.
You've got a slow and a fast.
There you go. So then, all you do, put it over your desk, round it goes, and then all the bits pop in there, and then you open it out and empty all the bits. And then you can see on here, you've got your USB charging point on there. Pop it in, and then it'll charge. And as our Debbie said, she's been using hers for 2 weeks now, and it's still on its first charge. And again, the details will come up in just a minute for that. But there were the 5 products that I really wanted to show you today, and we're going to get the details up on the screen in a minute. But I think that what we need to have a look at first.
Well, I'm going to pinch the school from you, because I want one over here. We haven't got one this side.
Okay,
I need the paper trimmer. I'm like, Tracy, Jamie, wherever you are, we need a vacuum over here. Definitely for our craft experts to use, and including that paper trimmer. For me, 2 must-have tools. And throughout the day as well, we'll be using those pens because they're absolutely fabulous. But we're going to start with a Kingfisher. Absolutely going to start with that Kingfisher. Now, I'll come back to you in a minute, Corrine, but I just want to show you some samples, if I can, while the guys are running around trying to get me...
I'm doing sign language. I'm doing sign language.
I could see you doing, it's like the Peter Kay thing. Absolutely. But Corinne's going to go through the deal with you in a second. I'm going to show you the beautiful samples that some of our amazing design team have created using this fantastic collection. The Kingfisher, what a bird. This is a beautiful bird of paradise in my eyes. It's absolutely stunning. One of my favourite pieces is this gorgeous die. And look what Lisa's created with this. Now wait till you see this one with the embossing folder. OMG is all I'm going to say. It is absolutely stunning, this piece that Nicole's created.
It is
the
beautiful,
level
isn't
of
it?
3D on this is off the chart. And then because of the tricolour pens that are in there as well, the aqua pens that are in there, you're going to create some lovely, gorgeous water effects too. So I genuinely, I'm going to call it, that's my favourite sample of the collection. It's absolutely stunning. Nicole, you are a genius. I bow down to your talent, and I wish I had a little bit of that talent.
I wish I had a fingernail's worth of her talent.
Absolutely. Let's not take away from the fabulous team, though, when they've been creating these gorgeous, gorgeous samples. Because you've got those beautiful those aqua pens in there, you can create some really stunning backgrounds. You don't need a lot with it. The papers in this are incredible, and I'm pretty sure our Corrine will flick through that paper pad here in a second and show you absolutely everything. You might have missed this. We launched this last week with our Sarah. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Last week, Debbie. Just trying to remember what week. I'm trying to remember what week I'm in, Corrine.
I know.
Look at this. That lovely wreath floral centre there with that kingfisher taking centre stage. We've got feathers in this collection. Honestly, absolutely stunning. Whether you want to create a little bit of paper piecing around the back of it, or whether you just want to leave it in pure white, you absolutely can. But literally, every single one of these gorgeous samples features that beautiful, beautiful kingfisher bird. I love this collection, and I know Corrine's going to take you through it in more great detail. Well, I get ready, because this is going to be my first demo, and I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, we've got our showstopper detail on the screen, so you can flick between the essentials and the showstopper. Now, our Debbie just mentioned the paper pad. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Look at the colours. It's the vibrancy. Look, the backs. They seem a lot more detailed to me than some of the backs of the papers we've had before. So these are, I would almost say these are double-fronted papers, because the backs are not muted. Look at that. And look at that. It's just sort of wonderland, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. I love the flowers. Now, I am a sucker for a kingfisher. I have to say, kingfishers and puffins are my two favourite birds. Not that there are a lot of kingfishers there are some kingfishers in Nottingham, but there aren't any puffins, I'm afraid. But those two are my favourite. I think it's the colours. I was squealing with delight last year when I went to France to see my mum, and we went on canoeing. We were on the Dordogne, and there was a kingfisher just flying round our boat, our little canoe. I couldn't get over it. I mean, in the UK, to see a kingfisher is so rare. They're like a flash of colour, and they're disappeared. Out there in France, I just see so many. Aren't these beautiful? The colour palette, look at this. Somebody's there. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love what they've started doing in a couple of these paper pads. This one's come out. I'm going to show you this one separately. Look at this. Giving you a sheet, so you get 37 sheets in total, because your 37th sheet is just like a sheet of sentiment tags, or, you know, however you want to use them. So all in the perfect colour way as well. Now, you're getting that in the 12 by 12, and you're also getting that in the 6 by 6. So you're still getting little sentiment tags, and then you're getting all of those sheets in those gorgeous colours. The colour palette is something you've seen to be believed. It really is. They are absolutely beautiful. But look at these backs as well. Now, on top of that, still going with those beautiful colours, is our vellum pack. Now, this is 150 GSM vellum, so there is such strength to this. You are going to be able to use it, whether you want to make fans out of it, rolls out of it, rosettes out of it. You're going to be able to get lots and lots of use out of this. So it's all 8 by 8. You're going to get 24 sheets. It's in 6 designs, so that's 4 of each. So there's plenty of inspiration there, all following the same pattern as your paper pad. And then look at this. I'm going to turn it around because you can see the colours a bit better. Look at that colour palette. That is a perfect match for your paper pads as well. Isn't that good? Look at the vibrancy, really beautiful. I love this emerald green as well as the grass green. You've got the colours, then you've got the gorgeous bluey purple tones as well. Now you're going to get 250 GSM. You're going to get, now it's up there top, 24 sheets in 6 colours. So again, you're getting 4 of each. Now, those are sort of your main consumables. There are a couple more, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. But I wanted to show you these. Look at this. Flying Gem. Isn't he beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. No, it could be a girl, Dean, it could be, but I think kingfishers are all boys. I know they have to be girls, but they're all boys, aren't they? Isn't he beautiful? He is Blue Lightning, absolute. And I love that you're going to get the stamp there. No, where are we? Stamps there, and the die there to cut it out as well. Now, this is something I've not seen before. This is our beautiful blossom stencils. So you're going to get the stencils 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to use to layer up. So they're not going over an embossing folder, they're just building up on your flat card. So spectacular to see. Then you've got your blossoming floral border. Wouldn't be one of our Nature's Gardens collections if we didn't pop in the an edgeable, would it? You've got to have that. Then you've got your entwined wreath. Now, I love wreaths like this. This to me is just, oops, sorry, I dropped that. Just a workhorse of a die. You're going to use it in this collection. You're going to use it in your other collections. You're going to use it in your Christmas. You're going to use it in your Easter. It's going to work all the time. Look at the stamps. Absolutely gorgeous stamps, wonderful in every way. Good luck for someone special, thinking of you on your special day. It goes through all of the occasions that you might want on there. Now, I'm loving this. This is your River Reeds. You've got some gorgeous stamps. You can use the stamps on their own, or you can cut them out. But I'm thinking over inky backgrounds, these are going to be the most gorgeous stamps, just stamped in black, almost like silhouettes. By the River is our embossing folder. Now, I think this is a 2D embossing folder. It feels like a 2D embossing folder, but isn't that gorgeous? Again, it's going to work with the Kingfisher. It's going to work with so many of your collections as well. Now, that gorgeous sample that you saw our Debbie show you was made using this, which was the Halcyon Days. Absolutely beautiful. It's that Kingfisher bursting out of the river. It's dived in further down the river, it's come up and it's burst out. Isn't that absolutely stunning? And then we've got our nature silhouette. So this will work with some of the others. I'm loving these. Look at these. Aren't they beautiful? Really gorgeous stamps. And then the final bit of our sort of essential element you've got is in flight. Now, this is a 2-die set, so you've got the border and you've got the die. So it's a creator card in one. You've got the gorgeous wing here that you can just really shape and add that dimension. Again, you could do paper piecing, you could do so many techniques. Maybe you just want to put it over a gorgeous colour wash and cut it out in black. Now, if you're going to create a colour wash, what better way to do it than using the new Tricolour Aqua pens on here? Now, they're not new colours because I'm looking at these and I've seen these before, but they are a new configuration. So what you're going to get is you're going to get Sunrise, which is your gold, sunflower and bud green, your Sunset, which is your magenta, crimson and orange, and your Kingfisher, which is your evergreen kingfisher and navy. This is an impressive collection, isn't it? All of these are included. Watercolour pens, you're going to be able to do your colouring, you're going to create your washes, you can stamp with them, so many techniques. And as our Debbie already mentioned, you're going to get feathers. Now, if you don't look at that and think beautiful Kingfisher colours, I don't know what was going to convince you otherwise. But you're also going to get this gorgeous, it's like your, what do you call it, this seam binding ribbon, is it? It's seam binding ribbon, yeah, that's the right word. I doubted myself. And there you are, you're going to get the 3 colours, which are going to work so well. Look at that, between the feathers and the ribbon, and then the pens. It's just the perfect colour palette, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, there is a lot in there. There are 19 different elements in there, and hopefully I've gone through all of those for you, and you're going to pick that up today for £145 or $199. But more importantly, you need to know what it is. If you are platinum, it's coming right down here to £116 or $159.20. There is so much inspiration in this collection. It is big, but it's nature's garden, so the detail is in there, whether it's the wreath, whether it's the edgeables, whether it's all of the gorgeous stamps and dies. They are absolutely beautiful. The papers are stunning, and our Debbie is going to use this now.
Absolutely, and I am going to keep it nice and simple for the first one. I'm going to use one of my favourite pieces, which is this gorgeous creator card die, which is called the In Flight. It's beautiful, it really is. The detail on it is gorgeous. I love the fact that the wing doesn't like stay, it's not fully cut out, but it cuts out so much of it, so it gives it flight, and you can add more to it as well. So I'm going to use this one. Now I have taken 2 pieces of cardstock, and I've measured them in the same way that I've in terms of the sizing. This is 10.5 by 6.5, and I've scored it at 1 inch and 2 inch, and then when I do it this way, I just flip round and do exactly the same on the other side.
It's definitely easier.
It's just easier than trying to say, yeah, I mean, seriously, just make life easy for yourself. Now, I had done it with my bottom piece as well, but I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm just going to put that to one side, because we're going to create a little diorama style card with it.
Oh, yes.
And whenever I'm doing this to measure it, I just tuck underneath those flaps so that you can get the, you know, the die placed into its position. Now, it comes in 2 parts. Now, if you wanted to cut a full frame out, that's the 2 pieces that we'd use. I'm just wanting to create the aperture part to it, and so I want to centralise it into that centre, so it makes it easier when I tuck them in so that I can get a nice accurate measurement with it. Now I'm going to hold it down with some low tack tape. I've got my little desk vacuum now. I say my little desk vacuum. Who's been playing? Who's been playing with him?
Does yours not work? Oh, yours got the
I've got the googly eyes. He's got to stay over here, the googly eyes. I think this one's called Vernon.
I've just had a message from Linda Fitzsimmons saying, oh no, where's the vacuum's googly eyes gone? He's now working blind.
Yes, he's now with us.
He's now with
He's
Debbie.
now with us. Vernon is over this neck of the woods, and he's going to stay over here. I'm not letting Tracy take him back, because I think he's super cute. In fact, so much so, I think I'm going to put some googly eyes on my own. I absolutely love that. That's our Ben for you, Mr. Joker. What's he like? Right, so we're going to put that out now, and that means I've got it nice and centralised. So I'm going to bring in my large plates and then cut this like you would. Now, with a normal thin metal die, it will be, because there's intricacy parts to it, straight away the shim needed is the magnetic sheets into there, and then run that through our die cutting machine. I've even got my paper trimmer. Paper trimmer's ready now. Vacuum's over it. You're not going
Sign
back.
language worked, clearly.
It did, yeah.
It did. Jamie was straight there, wasn't he? He got exactly what you needed.
He's a good lad, is that Jamie. Love him to bits. He's a good lad. So let's just bring that out. And then what I'm going to do as well is show you that vacuum. I absolutely love this vacuum. Let me bring in my pokey tool. Oh, I better check, actually. Yeah, that's fine. That's cut through there, absolutely fine. And then let me just pop the tape off. And then let me just run my die cleaning brush over the top. Get rid of all those little pieces. And then I'm going to be very careful. And I'm going to be, yeah, exactly. I'm going to be careful, because can you see here,
yes.
the wing, because of how it's the nature of it, you just need to be a bit delicate when you come. So I get my fingers underneath and then bring it that way. And then again, let me just clear that die. I'm going to take the bigger chunks out, because when you do it, it's like anything with a vacuum cleaner. Think sensibly. Think responsibly as well when you're using it. But bigger pieces, you don't need to run up through the vacuum. It's, I mean, you'll be the same, Corrine. We work a lot from home. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of our work at home, and for me, it's these bits that drive me mad. Do you know, having all this? So it's
I get
lovely.
into trouble because my husband finds them on his feet in the shower and things like that, where I've walked them through the house.
But it's lovely and so satisfying
now,
hearing
is that on the first setting or the second setting?
So I'll put it onto the second,
yeah,
because I've got bigger chunks on there. And I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be putting pieces like that in. They're to me are too big. But to be fair, look, it's had no problem. Let's get that last bit.
You can hear it, can't you?
It's honestly. honestly, I love this machine. It's been a very welcome appliance on my craft desk. Now you pop, just literally press that button again. Wait a minute. There you go. Just stop that. And then to empty it, you just unscrew the bottom. And you've even got like, oh, I can see what Sarah's been doing. She was picking glitter up, weren't she? I thought so. But to be fair, it's absolutely true. And you do have what we call a little care package in there as well. So in here, you've got like, there's your little cable.
Oh, I never opened
then
that
you've got also your brush. So your brush can clean out all those areas. That, you know, if you want to just get rid of all like the little nooks and crannies, so you can go into there as well. Because there is like little filters in there, the air filters. So you can clean, it's a bit like your Hoover at home, just on a portable level. So that's your little care cleaning brush that'll get rid of all that. And you've even got your little suction where you can add it to your appliance to, you know, scoop up all the smaller little tiny bits as well.
How does that work then? You put that
Let
underneath?
me just see if I can remember, because I haven't used this I haven't used this particular tool very well, because this tool works absolutely perfectly for me. So I haven't used that bit yet.
Do you just clip it underneath?
It just clips underneath, yeah. So you clip it underneath. Let me just see if I can show you. So you can clip underneath and go into all the nooks and crannies as well.
That's clever.
So yeah, it's a really nice little tool. Oh, Debbie. That is not how you open it up when it's in. All I've got now is glitter flying in front of me.
Is it all over you?
Glitter. I'm good at. Where's that Sarah? Where is she today? Just literally, just because I took it off the appliance while it were in motion, like any Hoover would do, it's just splattered out all over me.
Bless you. Oh, you got that off.
Well, do you know what I like though? It's because I've tested it with gems. Because I spilt my gems the other week.
And it still picked the weight of gems
Picked all the gems up, yeah, so my little tiny gems. Because I use a lot of, do you know, like nail gel?
Yes.
Do you like little nail ones that you pop
I know
on?
what you mean.
Those little ones, I use those. And I wanted to get it all up, so I used it, and then I were able to put them back in my thing because it catched them at bottom.
If you keep it empty after each use, then easy.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to get rid of
Sarah's glitter.
Sarah's glitter.
And bring your kingfisher back in, back where we were.
Oh, I love her. I do love her. But to be fair, she'll have been showing everybody why you need one in your life. And it's going to be one of those tools, literally, that you use every single time you craft. I was working very late last night, into the early hours of the morning, doing some demos and things like that. And it were an absolute godsend, you know.
And it's quiet, it's not going to be disturbing everybody.
So, honestly...
You couldn't get the Hoover out.
No, you couldn't get your Hoover out at that time of night. No, absolutely not. Now, when you've poked all those little pieces out, you'll see that you've now got a lovely clean image. This is when you could colour it, you could paper piece it, you could add a bit of ink to it, you could use your aqua pens that you've got in there. But I'm going to keep it nice and simple because I do like a little bit of white on white. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this, although I might add a little bit of glitter. I might. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these two pieces together so that it's going to act as like, and I'm just going to show you what I mean, because I'm going to use my paper trimmer because I decided to change up what I was going to do because I was going to keep it. Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm going to keep it like that because I quite like that. It's got a little bit of a bow to it as well. So I'm going to keep that there. But paper trimmer. Let's bring in the paper trimmer because, oh yes, this is the one for me. I love a good paper trimmer and it is an absolutely fabulous one. It goes right up to 14.25 inches. Wow. And in terms of centimetres, that's 35 and a half, nearly 36 centimetres. That's a lot. That's a large. So it fits your 12 by 12 and your A3 cardstock as well comfortably. And you've got it running down the side as well. So if I just show you what I mean. So for anybody asking, like, with this in comparison to the Violet Studios, it's exactly the same. It's just that we've now got replaceable blades, the purple ones that'll fit. And of course, it's Crafter's Companion. Our Violet Studios is a brand that's out there, but we wanted our own, so that's why we've got our own. And in terms of the colour, you'll see the difference in the colour.
I think what's confused, I saw some comments yesterday on social media. People were confused because it said 3 inch by 12 inch, but that's...
When it's like that.
folded down.
Yes, when it's folded
so that
down.
you know how much space it needs in your bag.
Yeah,
or...
so that's for your bag space. That's for you, and you literally just tuck your little arm underneath, so it slips into there. But expand your arm, and you've now got one that goes right up to 14.25 inches. That is big. And like Craig often refers to it as the V-style one, because you can. This is the one that you want to gut your cardstock.
Yeah,
this is the one that you want to use when you're trimming your papers down as well. So for that matter, I know that I've got a 6.5 inch base, but I'm going to go to 6.25. So let's go up to there. Line that up. Use your guard, and just cut away. And you've got a perfect paper. Oh, honestly, every crafter should have a paper trim in their collection. But for me, I love this one. This is absolutely fabulous in terms of it cuts your paper. It does cut cardstock, so it will cut things like your 300 GSM cardstock.
Yep.
So I used it with craft card, black card, and white card.
Okay.
But the only thing I wouldn't cut with it is acetate. Because acetate is more heavyweight, I would use a guillotine for acetate.
Right.
So personally myself, this is what I would be using.
That's really useful to know, Debbie, and it's truthful. There's no point just saying it'll cut everything you've got. If you know what I mean, it's using the right tool for the right product, isn't it?
Absolutely. And paper trimmer gives it a little bit away in the terms of what we call, how we call it, but it will cut your cardstock as well. And I've done it up to well, actually I use Centura Pearl, so it does cut up to 310.
Oh wow.
But I wouldn't be multi-layering. So do you know, like I would with my guillotine.
Yeah.
I know my guillotine would take 2 pieces of cardstock, 610, 620 GSM, no problem. In fact, my guillotine is going to cut mount board. Paper trimmers, no. Absolutely not. You wouldn't use it for that.
But there's no feathering on that. I can see it. It's a really lovely, clean cut.
Absolutely. It really, really is.
I love how you centred that kingfisher in the centre.
Well, I love that. I know he's going to be hidden away underneath there, but I think in the backdrop you could see it, and I really do think these papers, Corrine, I say it every time, but oh my God, they are stunning.
They certainly are.
I'm going to now use my... We've got one in the studio. Now, thank you, Corrine, for all those sign languages, because I've got absolutely everything I need. But you've got your dotty tape pen, and you've also got your straight edge one. Now, I have cut, so using that die again, but this time, and with that beautiful linen cardstock. Oh, wow. That creates the frame piece that cuts out, which can either go onto the top and create a little bit of a drop shadow. Oh, I like that. But I'm going to place it underneath. I'm going to have the pink underneath, because I've got a lot going off in my papers and the colours in my papers. It could get a bit too busy. But what I want to do is, of course, as with anything, with a dotty tape pen, I'm just going to tuck it underneath so I can see where I'm going. Because even the wing has got like a score line on it as well, Corrine. Yeah. So you just push that back. I know you worked... Did you work with this in the first look? Was it you that did the first look?
No. I think that was Michelle.
Was it Michelle? Lucky devil.
I'm not sure.
Absolutely beautiful collection. Now, when you've got your tape pens, all you need to do, you've got like a little cover, and you're just going to flip that right back and push it back so it clips back into place. It's like 180 degrees that you're going to pop that in. And then when you finish with it, you're going to put... It's a bit like, instead of having the caps that I always look... I mean, I never kept them on, did you? No.
But it's a good little dust guard, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you've got a really... The way it's being shaped now, for me, makes this really easy to use. So if I just show you... Can you just do the front end from your... front end, Charlotte. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. The front view. Thank you. You're just going to roll that across. It's more flat now. Before you used to have to anchor it, but you don't have to do that now, because you just lay it down and run that across. And it's exactly the same way where you do that little tiny, don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but a little tiny flick. Yeah. But so much, for me, so, I just love it. I love it. And I love it because it's got more on it. Yes. You're getting more for your money. And the fact that you've got the, now, instead of having to throw the whole thing away, you're just throwing half of it away and you're keeping the actual casing for it. So for me, absolutely fabulous. Now, I just want to add all of that round the outside. Sorry, drop shadow this. So I'm going to use my dotty tape pen for the inside, and on the outside, I'm going to use the other piece. Now, because I've tucked that, I don't want to stick that wing down. Just going to move that back into place, and then just... Again, pop all that on, and then I'm just going to switch over to the other one. Again, click that back, and then just run down the side. It's exactly the same, that little flick I just give it a little flick off there. I think it's force of habit as well for me, myself. I don't know about yourself, Corrine.
Yeah.
But it's a habit that I've been got into with the, what they call the traditional ones.
Shall I give you some facts and figures?
Go on then.
If you buy the tape pens in the bumper bundle, because you're getting 360 metres of tape, it's working out at less than 8p per metre if you're platinum.
Wow.
Of tape. It's working out at just under 11 cents per metre if you are platinum. I mean, that's a phenomenal, phenomenal price. Oh, I can see the concentration on Debbie's face.
I know, sorry, Corrine. I'm listening to your facts and figures, but do you know, because I'm normally, when I'm sat down crafting at home, I don't know about yourself.
Yes.
I know it's easier because you're quite tall, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I know you don't... Us little shorties struggle a little bit with this, trying to line it up, because the counter's so big, and I just want to try and get that into position. And I'm glad I haven't stuck it right down yet. But I just want to get my drop shadow just into position. In fact, just for a second, Corrine, I'm going to try and do this carefully because I don't want to ruin it, and I don't want it to be too much of a drop shadow. So excuse me if my head comes into
shot. Do you know,
shot.
there's something I've learned since I've come over to Crafter's Companion about the subtleties of drop shadow.
Yeah.
I used to be quite a chunky drop shadow because that's what I thought it had to be. But since I've come here and I've seen some of the gorgeous samples, I've realised how impressive that less is more can look.
Yeah.
It really does. You can really see it on that side as well because you've got the white.
Yeah. It just gives you that nice little tiny finish. And I do prefer a smaller one. Not so bothered about the leaves. I think that's okay. And I'm going to drop it. But I really like that. It just gives you that little hint of it. And then I'm just going to come in. Now, I did cut a frame out, and using that outside die, because this is a 6, so when I took that underneath for a second, just to explain, this is a 6.5 by 6.5 base. So my mats and layers with the pink and the paper was 6.25 square and then 6 square, so the printed paper. And then what I did was I placed it into the centre to cut out, which also then gave me area to cut my pink out as well with the pink, so I didn't have to waste any of it, and it just fits perfectly into
that works
that
perfectly,
centre.
didn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't realise that the pink in the middle. Yes. Yeah.
So it's just one of those little tips, and I've done it a few times on show now, but it's just a nice little tip in how to create. And to be fair, what I also do, Corrine, is when I hold it down with a bit of dotty tape pen, just a tiny little bit in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit into there, and then I'm just going to come around now and use the straight edge again. You can see how super strong it is. It's sticking to my fingers.
Loads of people commenting. We'll have a look at all the comments when we've finished looking at this as well.
And I'm just going to line that up now. In fact, I might just tuck my flaps underneath again just to get... Oh, nearly, Debbie, nearly. Yeah, just to centralise it a bit easier.
Because visually you can see it easier,
yeah,
can't you?
Again, the counter's really high. I'm not very tall. I don't have high heels on because I wouldn't be able to last for the day if I did. Not anymore. 10 years ago, I'd have been fine, Corrine. Yeah, 3-inch high heels, I'd have been absolutely fine. Not anymore.
No.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this in, but I'm going to create that depth. Now, normally when I do these, I actually do it the same way, but I didn't want it too chunky, so I've just kept it straight, and I'm going to make a feature with the other piece with my side panels as well. So I'm just going to use
Debbie, before you do that,
you want my lovely?
Spin your base round, your kingfisher insides upside down.
Oh, good job. You saw that, Corrine, then. Thank you very much.
It's all right.
Thank you.
I would have known, you see, and I would have been like, Debbie, he's upside down.
Oh, there's no worse, is there? There's nothing worse. And look, you can even make features with the papers. These are absolutely beautiful, beautiful papers. They really are. Again, with the tape pen, just so you know, you don't need to be you don't have to be heavy-handed. It's that light touch. So
it's a light touch.
It's a very, very light touch, and as it is with our other one as well. So even our older style ones, it's the lightest of touches. And now that covers that join up, and you can't really see it, and it looks absolutely fine. So I'm going to keep it as that, and then do it the same on the other side. So I'm just going to pop that there for a second. Move you there.
And I think the other key is not to go too fast.
Yes.
Otherwise the tape pen doesn't have time to keep up, does it?
Yeah. It was Jan who'd said about the tape pens, just it's nice and slow, nice and light.
It's controlled.
It is, absolutely. And then again, I'm just going to come in with the last
Those
piece.
papers truly are stunning.
And I did say that I was going to keep this nice and simple, and I am, because I think that looks really, without adding colour. Of course, you can add colour to it, and if you add colour to it, that's absolutely fine. However, because the strong colours of the papers, I felt it didn't need that at all. So again, I'm just going to pop on.
And don't you think that if you just started to add colour, you'd have had to have done the whole thing, and then it would have been a lot?
Yeah.
Whereas,
So if I just line that up again, and then I'm just going to finish it off with a sentiment and a bow. Now, the sentiment that I used, I took from, do you know the sheets of ones at the back? I just trimmed out Have a Great Day. There's some nice sentiments on there, some really nice usable ones. Of course, if you're going for the whole collection, you've got the stamps as well. And I will be using the stamps later on, so I'm just going to pop that.
Again, because you've kept it white, it carries that really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then just finish it off in that top corner. Got myself my glue gun. Got that beautiful, I mean, it's absolutely stunning, that ribbon. And then just going to drop a little blob of hot glue into that corner.
Do you tie your ribbons on your hand, on a bow maker?
I've got a bow maker, because I'm rubbish with the hands. I can do it, but I feel like I don't get the desired effect, not without messing about too much, Corrine, so I tend to do it with a bow maker.
I don't think there's anything wrong with using a bow maker, that's what they're there for.
Absolutely. I could add gems to it as well. What I do love is this fabulous like lift out wing section to it. So if I just move that to one side, and because I've got that layer of pink underneath, I could literally put the pink out too if I wanted to. However, I've kept it quite flat so that you've got that extra flight, so the bird looks like it's flying off there. I did say I was going to keep it nice and simple. That's exactly it. It does fold nice and flat as well. You just squish that down. You could, if you wanted to, pop some panels on the inside, but I felt like I just thought it was the right combination without overly doing it with papers. But aren't those papers absolutely beautiful? They're beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
stunning.
I think whatever colour you like, you're going to find there's pinks in there, there's golds in there, there's turquoises and teals. There are so many colours in there. Now, if you want all of the elements, obviously you can cherry pick the items that you want, but the best value, as always, is in the showstopper. You're going to get all 19 elements. So you're going to get the dies, the stamps, you're going to get the pens, you're going to get everything in there. And that's going to be £145 or $199. Look at that, your platinum price is dropping right down to £116 or $159.20. Okay, now, I haven't said comments for a little while. There are so many of you joined us. Thank you to every single one of you that is watching today, and massive thanks for your comments. We do love these. We've got Christina Sayers in, good morning. Sandra Dundas said she's already ordered 2 lots of the tape pens. Well, remember, Sandra, how much they are. It's less than 8p per metre on those tape pens. Now, she's called this the Nunu. If you are in the UK and you've watched Teletubbies, I was like, the Nunu? Yeah, it's the Hoover. It's the Hoover on Teletubbies. And the paper trimmer with some spare blade. Brilliant, Sandra. It looks like you've got all of the bits there. BJ Clark says good morning from Oysterville in Washington. Jeanette Shirley says good morning from Florida. Dee's Crafty Studio is in good morning, ladies, as is Michelle's Knits. Michelle Knits for you, that's good morning. Lois Scathis is in good morning from Ohio. Kirsty D. Kirsty, you can have it on us. She says, good morning, everyone. I need a bit of peace and calm from CTV. I'm getting annoyed with the printer. There's no words. There is no words at all. Dee's Crafty Studio says, I've started quilting, another new craft. Brilliant. I've just bought 6 quilt guides and vinyls, all for an amazing £23. Wonder if you got those from the Black Friday sale. It's definitely worth doing it. Mary Birch says, good morning all. Off now to use my Kingfisher set to make a few birthday cards. I wonder if you're going to make one like our Debbie's just done. Love to see. About the tape pens, Eleanor says, I'll be getting them soon. Can't wait to try them out. I can't tell you how much of them I've had to throw out, and they were still full of tape, which made me upset too. Yeah. Follow the tips that our Debbie said, slowly, not too much pressure, little flick at the end, and you'll get maximum use out of those. Polly Co is in, fabulous day to all from Blountstown in Florida. Oh, that's a nice name. Jamie Profansis. I think I might have said that wrong. Sorry, Jamie. Profansis, I think. Good morning from Ohio. Can somebody help me build an ark? It's pouring, yes. We've had some weather overnight here, Jamie. It's been quite bad. Oh, thank you for this one, Michael. Difference in a male kingfisher and female is male has a black beak and female black with orange. So there you go. Did not know that. Sandra Dunder says it needs a fish in its beak when breaking out of the water. Oh, yes. Michelle Knits For You says, I have to put the eyes on my vacuum, of course. Eleanor says, I really love that kingfish. It's so pretty. I really want to colour it. Sandra Dunder says, when it arrives, I intend to give hers, I think she's talking about the Hoover, eyes and a name. Mine will be Nunu like Teletubbies. Oh, thank you, Sean. Sean says, Corrine and Debbie are my favourite pairing. That's very nice. Isn't that lovely, Debbie?
That's lovely.
Sean. Heather Spring says, oh, my word, I was able to get a 6x6 box of the special papers. Now I have the 12x12 and 6x6. I didn't know they made the 6x6 ones. I think those were specials. So there we go. There we go. Adriana says, good morning, everyone from San Antonio, Texas. Managed to create 2 creator cards yesterday before Scarlett arrived. Well done, you. 2 creator cards. Sarah Brown says, oh, that's funny, Debbie. As Corrine was telling you to turn your card around, I was saying that too. Otherwise, it's an Australian kingfisher. There we are. Beautiful card, says Sarah Brown. Christy Mahoney, that card can go in a frame on the wall, popping out. I love it. And Sean Sanderson says, stunning card. OK, now, I've fired quite a lot of deals at you today already. So I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to check out on all those deals. Love to know which ones you've bought, but please watch this quick video while you check out and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami.
I've got some...
You can't watch that video without a smile on your face, can you? Right, now, our Dean, he's been pedalling so fast behind the scenes, sorting things out. This broke and he's just got it fixed. Look, here we go. So we have our Black Friday showstopper deal on the screen for you now. Now, instead of being £143, you're going to be paying £90 or $125. Your platinum price is going to be £72 or $100. That is a vast saving. So what is in your Black Friday showstopper sale deal? I can hear you shouting. Well, the first thing you're going to get is your desk vacuum. And we put the details down here of the individual items. So if you want to buy them all, it's here. But as soon as you see the details down here, you will see how this price just here is amazing. Right, somebody has just given Debbie a pair of scissors and a piece of paper and just let her go wild. Never been seen before. Right, so, because she's been given the desk vacuum. I always thought, didn't know I needed this. Until you get it.
Absolutely, and it's one of those, it's a craft solution, it's something, and I call it an essential, a craft room essential. It's one that you're going to take on the go as well because it's really light and portable, doesn't need electricity, it's all run from a charger, and your charger comes like this. The cable goes into the top and then it charges into your USB port at the back of your fabulous Gemini 2 or any of your USB chargers. So even if you haven't got a Gemini 2, don't think that this is the only for the Gemini 2. It's not. Anything that's got a USB cable, you're going to be able to charge with as well. It's also got its little cleaning brush. Yours won't come with the googly eyes. It's just Ben. You know what Ben's like? It's even got its little, what I call the nose tool, the one that fits underneath. So if you want to go into all those little nooks and crannies, especially with things like gems and glitter, that's the one to go for as well. But it's a simple operation because you've got a one-button press. That starts off the gentle, so you can pick up gently. But if you want super speed, you're going to press it again, and it goes up to the second speed, and then you just simply take it across the desk. So the bristles that are on the bottom of it, so the brush bits, I knew that I'd do that, the brush bits are the ones that pick up. So you can hear like almost that crackling sound as it's going around, picking up all those, literally, those pieces, all the little bits that come out of your intricate dies, all the mess that you get on there. So I like to sometimes do shavings of card, and the card, it goes all over my desk. Yeah. Now I don't have to wipe it up or get a wet cloth. Just get this out. I've had my tool now 2 weeks because it was the first thing that I said, I need this in my life, let me tell you. Absolutely fabulous. And then just simply turn it off. On one push button, and then to empty it, you just literally take out that top and then throw all of that into the bin.
So this will pick up paper?
Picks up paper, yeah, it picks up paper, it picks up glitter. If you saw Sarah with it yesterday, it picks up sequins because I've used my sequins on there as well. Picks up little pieces, it just picks up everything to keep your desk area nice and clean and tidy. For me, it's definitely a craft room essential. Everyone should have it. Googly eyes are applicable. It's entirely up to you whether you want to put them on. They're not.
I know, they do.
I can't wait to get mine on, so I'm doing it because it just makes him look super, super cute with his little eyes on there. But honestly, one of those handy tools every single crafter needs in their life.
Brilliant. Right, now, I think there's a little bit of... going to say the price down here, something's gone wrong there because it's saying the usual price is $19.99 or $14.99. That can't be right because today's price is $13.99, you can see here, or $17.46. It's gone up. I'll let our Dean and Charlotte sort that out. But just so that you know, that's part of the Black Friday showstopper deal. Also in the Black Friday showstopper deal are your refillable tape pens, 12 tape pens. Now, I just worked this out, that this is working out at less than 8p per metre if you're platinum, or less than 11 cents per metre if you are platinum. So you absolutely brilliant. You're going to get your full tape pen, and then you're going to get your 5 refill cartridges in the dotty and 5 on your full. So you're going to get that. Then you're going to get your paper trimmer. So we're going to get your paper trimmer, and you're going to get your refill blade. We'll look at that again in a minute. You're also going to get your 100 water-based pens. The colours in these are absolutely beautiful. 100 pens. I haven't seen a collection with 100. They're dual tip, so you get the brush and the fine tip at either end. If you are wanting these today, today's price for all 5 items is £90 or $125. Platinum price, £72 or $100. Make sure you snap it up now. Who wouldn't be wanting this showstopper? Now, we're now entering into our second hour of today's wake-up call. Welcome to anybody that's recently joined us. Hopefully the comments are going to be coming through. I'm Corrine Robinson, and I'm joined today by my very special friend, Debby Robinson. It's all the Robinsons today, as we did last week. Now, we have got some amazing deals, and here is a deal we've not even mentioned today. This is a deal that Debby and I launched last Thursday. Do you know what? I don't know what days. When you do this job, days are irrelevant. Days of the week are irrelevant because Sundays are same as Tuesdays, are the same as Thursdays, but it was last Thursday. There you go. Crafters Inspiration, issue 4. So what you're going to get is you're going to get your magazine, and in your magazine you're going to get a die set, you're going to get a stamp set, you're going to get an embossing set and a stencil as well, and I'm sure our Debbie's going to show you those in detail. Now, you can buy that on its own, but the best value, as always, is to get the showstopper, and that's going to give you your heavyweight acetate, your foiled heavyweight acetate, your gorgeous luxury cardstock in the precious metals. It's going to give you your Wild at Heart embellishment pack, which is going to give you the gems and the pearl type gems. You're going to get your foam pads and your foam roll as well. So absolutely, oh, and I nearly forgot, you're also going to get your gilding wax down there. Absolutely gorgeous. That gilding wax goes so well with the colours of that precious metal cardstock. If you want that today, it's £40 or $50. An amazing saving there of over £32 or $43. But the most important bit is platinum price, just there. £32 or $40. Now, this magazine is like an extension of our Wild at Heart collection. There's nothing in there that duplicates from the Wild at Heart collection. It's all in addition. There are so many projects in there. If I remember rightly, I counted them up. I think there were 79 projects just using the free items, and then about another 7 or 9 projects using items that we've had on shows fairly recently. It is packed full of inspiration, and our Debbie's going to show you some, because I can see she's been putting tags and notes on hers.
I'm like this. When I get a magazine at home, this is exactly what I'm like. The first thing I do is I take out all my papers. Yep. I get all my papers out. I literally take your paper trimmer, get them out, because there's beautiful papers in here as well. And like Corrine said, the actual craft kit that comes with this magazine, there's no duplication of the Wild at Heart. Now, the Wild at Heart, you might think, there's too much in that collection, I'm not really sure it's for me. This will be the taster. But you can be rest assured that if you love this collection that's in the magazine, you're going to want to go and get the Wild at Heart collection, and you know you're not going to get any duplicates. The papers are a taster of what we have in those paper packs, like the 12x12 and 6x6. These are just in the A4. One little tip I will give you with them is, do you know when you get these ones and you get them out, because this is the one that's got like a pale pink on the other side, so if you don't want to use the sentiments, that's absolutely fine. You can see, I've already been chopping into mine. I back it onto multi-purpose cardstock. because it gives it strength and rigidity. Use your all-purpose glue, pop that onto the back of your cardstock, stick it onto some white card, and then you've got where literally all you're going to do then is cut them out, and you've got a nice rigid sentiment onto there. The papers are absolutely beautiful. I mean, seriously, if you love the 12 by 12, you're going to love these. It's just like an A4 version of them, and they're dual-sided as well. The magazines, back to the original box format. So we've gone back to the box format rather than the wallet one. We've come back to what I call the original, because I've been collecting these magazines now since we first launched them. So it's nice in a nice box where you can store everything into there. And then your magazine, it's for... Now, this is where me and your maths, because I counted 76.
Oh, did you? Maybe. I was trying to remember.
I put myself a little note at front.
It may be. I was trying to remember off my head from Thursday. So
it's such a... let me just tell you, 76, 79 makes no difference. How many projects is that? And the majority of them, Corrine, are from using the craft kit, which for me makes you get the most out of this magazine in terms of, and I'll show you those beautiful gifts in a moment, but in terms of your makes and creations, if you wanted to copy all 76 of these or however many there is, we'll have to do some more serious counting.
It probably
I
is
get
76.
lost after a while though.
I'm just remembering, so I was remembering wrong, don't worry.
But literally, absolutely phenomenal. And you can see you've got your index, it shows you everything that you're going to be getting in there. Talks about the gifts, which I'll show you in a bit more detail. Little catch up with our Sarah and one of her favourite collections. But then in here you've got, and it literally is, I'm going to do something similar later on tonight in Launch Party, because I love that idea, but I just tweaked it and did it my own way. Because that's the thing, Corrine, you can copy those. If you want to copy that, there is all the step-by-step instructions inside for you to be able to do that. Look at this one. Do you know, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Using them dies that come with it as well. So step-by-step instructions and your picture instructions. And you can see here, if I just bring this over for a second, you've got those step-by-step instructions to create this. Honestly, it's absolutely fabulous. And then it just carries on, Corrine, and you can see I've been pencil marking some. I'm telling you now, I'm going to try this one.
Oh, yeah, the stories
because there's
box.
Templates that you can download. So it'll tell you where to go and get the templates from. It's simply pop it into your computer. It takes you straight to that page with the downloadable templates. But of course, this one's in the magazine. But there's bonus ones in there for you as well. So lots and lots of lovely projects. I love that one, Corrine.
It's gorgeous,
so
isn't it?
striking. I think when you get it out and you see, because in magazines, sometimes I don't think the picture does it the justice that you can see when you've got it in your hands.
I love that, using those little sentiments as well.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
The magazine,
I mean,
papers.
look at this one. This is that beautiful one using, get your glossy highlights out, use those as well. Colouring mediums out. I love these. These are just phenomenal. The ones that aren't in, that we're using the craft kit, you may recognise this, the Cozy Country Cottage die set.
They tripped you up on that one, didn't they?
But like, look, nice little projects in there, what one of our lovely craft experts has done. Some nice little tips about gilding gilding flakes in there. More and more different projects, lots of step-by-steps. Love this one. Me and Corrine, big firm believers in creating your own background with stamps. I know our Craig does as well, I know you do, Corrine. I'm exactly the same, because if you want to save those papers, you can be creating using your stamps. And what the lovely Vanessa has done in here is she's actually used some watercolours to create those. Again, everything. And even if there's something in the magazine, like when you come down to here telling you, so it says here, Jet Black Ranger Archival ink, you would use our waterproof ink. So there's something in there that you can switch it to. Because obviously the girls that do this, they use their own products, but they list it all down here for you. Watercolour, so they've used Derwent Inktense watercolour pencils. Well, if you're a Crafter's Companion fanatic, you'll have aqua pencils. You'll have your tricolours, you'll have your aqua markers. So absolutely, there'll be something, even if there's not something in there that you've got, there's something that you can adapt it to our Crafter's Companion. So that's just for you guys who will probably be thinking, oh, I don't think I've got those. No. Nice little behind the scenes. Our gorgeous Jodie. We know Jodie really well.
We do.
She's the one that makes us look so glamorous on photo shoots. I mean, Corrine, I saw your birthday shoot. You look like a blinking honestly, a
it was
model.
it's so much fun to do as well.
Seriously, yeah, and she just gives you a little insight to what her job is. So absolutely incredible. These, I love this bit because this is the bit that you'll do the download with. You can also do the follow, tip by tip, but if you want the templates, it tells you where to go to get the templates
brilliant.
as well. So although we don't have the finished product in there, it doesn't matter because you've got that at your fingertips. That's the magazine, Corrine.
Just the magazine.
That's just the magazine. And then, you know how I feel about this die.
I know.
It's my favourite die. I love it. It may feature maybe one or twice later on. I'm going to use it, but only just use a different part of it. But I absolutely love the Wild at Heart die set. It is absolutely phenomenal. Corrine did some stunning demos last Thursday. You need to go back and watch that show. What Corrine did with hers just blew my mind. I absolutely loved.
We had fun with it, didn't we? We had real good fun with it.
It were honestly lovely, lovely shows. Those were throughout the day. The Wild at Heart stencil set. So this is an exclusive stencil set to the magazine that's different from the ones that you might find in the Wild at Heart collection. Love that. I'm going to be showing you in a second how to emboss with that one as well as using it to ink. You have got an embossing folder in here, which is just beautiful. And again, it's exclusive to the collection, it's exclusive to the magazine. And then my favourite stamp set, which I will be using later on tonight in the launch party, because I think these stamps are they're incredible. So that is everything that you're getting in there. So you've got papers, you've got a die set, you've got embossing, you've got stencils, you've got stamps, you've got all your sentiments in there. Then you've got all those fantastic projects that you can do your little, I mean, this is what I do whenever I get a magazine. If there's something that catches me eye and I think, I want to try that, that's what I do. I get the post-it notes out and just put little pieces that stick out. But it simply is one of those fabulous magazines. You get yourself a cuppa, you have a little read, you see what catches your eye, and then you can go there. And we've said this before, we have it, I have it, I had it the other day, sat there on Sunday thinking about all my prep. I was practically prepping all day, but I did 2 projects because I had a bit of a block. I literally sat there thinking, it will be a craft-along project, let me just tell you. I mean, craft-along project, because I'm thinking, so just literally looked, and do you know what? I got an old magazine now, and I saw something in there that caught me eye and I thought, I can adapt that. And that's exactly what you do. It's that little bit of inspiration for you in the form of a magazine, and a really lovely magazine. There's no advertisements, there's nothing in there that distracts you from taking away from all of that inspiration, and that's why I love our inspirational magazine. I'll get ready for a demo, Corrine.
Yeah, you can do.
I don't know if you want to read some comments or things.
Yeah, there's loads of people who talk about that. So if you want the magazine, you can buy it on its own, but the best value, as always, is the showstopper deal. £40 or $50 is today's price. Now, it doesn't say down here, but you're going to get 150 bonus points with this. 150. We normally give like 50. We're giving you 150. You've got your platinum price of £32 or $40. And to make it a showstopper, we are adding in tape, foam on a roll. We're adding in foam pads. We're adding in embellishments. We're adding in 40 sheets, I think it is. It is 40 sheets. Let me just double check. It is, I was right. 40 sheets of our precious metal cardstock. We're adding in our foiled acetate, 12 sheets of that, 4 designs, which 2 designs, 2 of each colour in there. So you're getting 3 of each. And then you're getting your gilding wax down there as well. And don't forget your magazine, obviously, with all those freebies, is included. So, you know, it's up to you. Oh, there we go. Oh, just a minute. My things have just changed. I've just changed comments. Where are we? Let's have a look. We don't need to read those ones. Right, okay. So we have Linda in says, good morning. Jane Adams is in. Hi, everyone from Las Vegas. She can't sleep, so she thought she would just get up and watch us. What a brilliant start to your morning. Hopefully you're going to have a good day, Jane. Kathy Green says, good morning, Debbie and Corrine from Mechanicsburg. Enjoy watching you guys so much. Well, thank you. We enjoy having you watching us. It's brilliant to have you with us, Kathy. Carletta Morris says, good morning from Arkansas. Sean Sanderson says, Mr. Yodel is on his way with my magazine right now. Brilliant. And Pam, she ordered hers last week and can't wait. Such a bargain for everything that's included. Brilliant. Adriana says, thanks to Debbie's presentation, the mag is now it's in my cart. Brilliant. And Linda Armstead says, good morning from Maryland, everyone. Right, now, Adriana was impressed with what our Debbie just showed you in the magazine. How many of you are going to be impressed by Debbie's first demonstration with the magazine? Yep, we're going to do lots more on our show later on our launch party, but we've got time to sneak in one little demo with the magazine.
Absolutely, because I've done my own take as well. So there are some beautiful projects in there. One of the projects that I said I loved, I'm going to be doing later on tonight, but I've just done it in my own way. And you know, you can take inspiration from something you see in there. And whether you don't want to copy, you do want to copy it, you've got that. It's your fingertips, so you get some ideas from there. One thing I'm going to start with, the stencil. I'm also going to use the heart die as well. And I've taken a little bit of inspiration that I saw in the magazine, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try and incorporate that into one of my demos. But I'm going to show you, I get asked this a lot in how you can use your stencils. Now, I know mine's got some colour on there, but it'll be absolutely fine. But how you use your stencil to create an embossing feature, because it's almost like a 2 for the price of 1 in this one. So I'm going to just show you how I would use your Gemini to create this. So first things first, I put my stencil down, and then I turn my paper over the top. Now, I want to make sure that doesn't move in the process. So I'm going to just anchor a little bit of low-tack tape onto the top and to the bottom, so I know it's not going to move anywhere.
All right.
But that's just my personal preference. So I'm just going to hold that there, and I'm going to just pop a little bit of tape both sides. I'm then going to bring in the embossing mat. So the embossing mat goes over the top, and then you bring in the plastic shim. And then you also bring in your other cutting plate.
So there's no metallic
No
shim?
magnetic sheet, no metal sheet. If you're just wanting to use this to emboss the stencil. Now, we know about embossing with embossing folders, we know the combination there. I think it's just nice to recap, because the amount of questions or the amount of messages that I get about this, it's just worthy sometimes to bring it back in. I am going to be using it in the inky form as well in a second, but this just shows you how to use it to create that lovely embossed look. And I make it, I mean, you can see it instantly. It is absolutely... It's just a really lovely technique. And at this stage, Corrine, I could leave it where it was in place, and then I could ink over it as well.
Yes.
But I just wanted to show you how you get the emboss feature of a stencil onto cardstock, and I think you can see that perfectly. It just creates the most amazing feature, and that's exactly what I've done. I just then used one of my nesting dies to cut out the centre part of it, because I'm going to use it as a little feature for my arts that sit on there. But that's how you create your emboss using your stencil. So it's your stencil with your cardstock on the top of it, rubber embossing mat, plastic shim, and then the other cutting mat onto the top. That's the sandwich combination that I find is easy and works really well, as you can see there. And I genuinely love using the stencil for that reason. But of course, the stencil cries out for a bit of ink.
It does.
So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to use it in its inky form. I've taken a piece of cardstock. What I love about this stencil as well is we've got a nice framing round it. So if you do love using glitter pastes and things like that, knock yourself out, get those used as well. But I'm going to come in and create a little bit of a background. Again, I'm just holding it down because I've cut it slightly smaller than the frame. I just want to make sure my stencil's not going anywhere. Here in the UK, you can use your stick and spray to position that down if you want to. And it doesn't leave a residue, but it's a really good one. And I would recommend if you're using glitter paste.
Yes.
So that nothing seeps underneath.
Yes.
This now would have like a seepage, it's got the seepage element to it because it's not stuck down. So if you're ever using glitter pastes, I highly recommend you use a repositional spray to hold it into place. But because this is ink, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's not liquid in the same way, is it?
No. Now, the things that I'm going to be doing with my hearts in a moment is I've got some nice leopard print. I nearly put my leopard print dress on today. And then, do you know when you just think, I'm not feeling it today, Corrine? So I took it back off and put this one on.
We needed a bit of warmth, didn't we, today?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just going to take and just pop little bits down. Now, the two colours I'm using are Fire Brown and the Sandstorm. So I just want to create a little bit of a... Because I've got lots of browns in these pattern papers, and I just thought it's the right kind. You can use any of your inks. It could be your Duet ink pads. It could be your opaque ones. Any. I'm using water reactive, but it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be like a backdrop feature to my piece that's going to sit onto the top of it as well. And I'm keeping that white because of the pattern of the paper that's going to go over the top. So let's come in and I'm just going to randomly pop a
Random's hard, isn't
over.
it, Debbie? We were talking about this the other day, weren't we?
You want my lovely?
Isn't random hard to do?
I know. Well, the one that I did was in purple, but then, do you know, you change your mind? And I thought, no, it didn't quite work with the colour of my paper. So I changed my mind at the 10th hour. But because it was so late when I got out of craft room last night, I thought, no, you're not changing it now. You can do it on air. Oh, the things we do to ourselves, Corrine, the things we do to ourselves. Now, I've been really busy the last few days, so it was just... I've been crafting when and if I can get the crafting in.
Yeah.
That's how it's been the last few
now,
days.
You prefer your finger daubers to a detailed stencil like this rather than...
When it's a detailed one, yes, I absolutely do. And again, that's just a personal, it's a personal preference. You'll get more ink coverage with a larger one or the circular one, but it's just my own personal preference. So just trying to remember which one's which my colour now, Corrine. Just let me put them onto one side. Fire brown, sandstorm. Just have them on. There we go.
They're quite similar in colour, aren't they? But
they are, yeah, but you'll see the difference when I lift the two colours. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from adding other shades of brown in here. So these two that I've used are from the light and the medium tone of the brown family. Of course, there's the seal brown as well, and I think the seal brown would work really nice with that. But yes, so they're just my two colour choices that I've used with this
You're going to completely confuse yourself with those two daubers.
I know. But do you know why? I really should do this. and then I know I'm okay. So I've got me sandstorm there. Come on, Debbie. Get a bit of organisational skills going. I can tell how you craft. I bet you're really well organised, aren't you?
I am not. I am actually on my craft desk at home. I am so messy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I am, yeah.
Corrine, I'm shocked.
No, I am. I then tidy up after myself, but while I'm actually crafting, it's chaos. Absolute chaos.
I try as I'm going along. So I work to a project, and then when I finish that project, I tidy all the elements away so that I'm not getting... Because you know what it's like, don't you, when you get crafting?
Oh, I craft on like a 6-inch square most of the time. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to be tidy. I'm going to be tidy. Oh, look, I've got 6 inches.
Yeah, all this space on here, and we're working this tiny little piece at craft. Yeah. It's true what they say, isn't it? It absolutely is. But look how beautiful that looks.
Wow, that looks...
Now, if I'd have done it when this was over the top of it as well, which you can do, you get extra, you get like that embossed look. So, but I wanted to keep it quite flat. So they're my two inks, and I'll clean that in a second.
I like the slim border you've got.
Yes, and I did that for a reason, because I am going to mount it onto some black cardstock, and I just... Debbie, you don't want that tape on there. I just wanted a little bit of a framing, just a frame. And again, having that frame there is really lovely. That was the purple one that I'd done.
Oh, yeah,
looks
like
lovely in
that.
purple, but for my colour theme and my paper, it didn't quite work, so I changed my mind. But like I said...
Yeah, but you keep that.
Of course,
I put that back in the box with the magazine.
Yes.
And then next time you come, you go, oh, look, I've already got one ready.
Absolutely. You've read my mind, Corrine, you've read my mind.
I took home a whole bag of bits last week.
Did you?
Because I've got this on a show on Thursday on Hobby Maker. Well, I've got loads of inspiration. You know, I've got quite a few hearts cut out. I've got some backgrounds. And I thought, right, yeah, when I start my prep, I'm there ready, you know.
You need to repeat some of those beautiful demos you did last week for those guys down at Hobby Maker, because they were beautiful, Corrine, absolutely beautiful. Right, so that's my backdrop. I have got a card base, and I am going to use some printed paper as well, but I'm not going to waste that gorgeous printed paper, so I'm going to bring in paper trimmer. Oh, I love a paper trimmer, Corrine.
This will be really useful for people to see how you take out the centres.
Yeah, this is why you need a paper trimmer in your life. You would not be able to do this with a guillotine. You just can't. You can't achieve this. This is why, and you'll hear Craig refer to it as a V blade trimmer. And then you've also got not only you've got your grid going across, but you've also got your grids going down here. So I know where my 1 inch is to my 6 inches, so that I know I can start at the 5 and go up to that 1, so that I know that I've got the perfect cut every single time.
Look at that.
And it gives me that perfect frame. I would not be without it. It's why you'll have often heard me and Craig talk about the Violet Studio trimmer over and over and over again, because it's our go-to tool. However, we've got a lovely... And it has to match. It's got to be a Crafter's Companion one. I know Violet Studios are our other brand. within our brand, but it's nice to have the purple one as well.
Is.
It is.
And Lynn's back on, Lynn Blackledge. She says, I'm doing a mega tidy in my craft room today before making lots of mess again. There you are.
Bless her.
Don't we always?
Absolutely. And look at that, Corrine. I've not wasted any of my fabulous cardstock because that's going to sit over the top, so there's no point wasting it.
I'm loving it.
You know, make the most of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that flat, so I'm going to stick that on flat as well. My card base is, I think if I remember right, I did 6. Yeah, I did 6.5 by 6.5. Card base. This is the thing, I don't stick to... I know you can, and I know we've got some amazing...
Do you start with your card base and then cut your papers, or do you start with that panel with there, and then you work out what size paper?
Yeah, because sometimes it depends on my framing that I'm wanting. So sometimes I go bigger, and then I add more frames to it.
But I start like with that topper, with the bit that you've done with the stencil,
yeah.
and then you work out your card.
Yes, yeah. Only because I wanted to use the full of that stencil, and I could have kept it to that size, but... Then, I mean, I think, and do you know what, I'm so glad.
Tops.
I mean, can you see now why I wanted to change it? Didn't quite work.
No, but
and then after I had that, do you know, you have that brain thing, bing, and like, oh my God, we've got sandstone, we've got fire brown, they're going to look lovely. So I'm just let that dry for a second, and I'm going to bring in my favourite dye, but I'm going to surprise you, Corrine, because I'm only going to use that part of it.
All right,
I've got loads lined up with this later on tonight.
Okay.
But to that spare piece of cardstock, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to die cut this through. And again, I love the serrated edge. I love the printed pattern. You know, them papers that come with the magazine are absolutely fabulous. Of course, as I put it, it's like a taster of the Wild at Heart collection in those papers and the sentiments. So if you want to extend, we still have Wild at Heart. Head over to the website. I'm not sure if we've got it on later today, but head over to the website, have a little peek on there. The 12 by 12 will still be ready available.
It certainly is, because it's under my counter.
Perfect.
So by my
it must be on later then.
That means we're going to be showing that to you later.
Perfect. Perfect. So what I've done now is, and you know what, I'm not going to throw that away because I'm going to trim that down, and I'm going to use the aperture. Yeah, and you've got like a little aperture there. But what I wanted to do, like I did tell you, I took some inspiration from the magazine with this because I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I love this. So I've got my scoreboard. I'm going to put that onto there, and I'm just going to put a little score just down the centre. So using the love heart kissy part, I call it the little kissing bit. Just a little bit just down there, and then I'm going to come in and just fold that over.
I can't think of which project this is in the magazine.
Well, you'll see in a second, Corrine, because I've cut myself a few.
All right, okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a full, like a 3D pop-out art.
I know where you're going now.
Yeah, did you see that one in that magazine?
No.
Oh, I loved it. I thought, oh, I'm definitely having a bit of me with that one because it is absolutely fabulous. Now, I think, yes, I did. I put the cover back on. Look at me being a good girl. So let me just, now then, make sure, no, there's no way all those metres have run out. I'm thinking, how many metres is it again, Corrine?
30 on each one, 360 in total.
So what I'm doing here now is I've put some glue on, and then I'm just going to take the other folded heart, and then I'm just going to match that up with the that lovely serrated. I love that serrated part to it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to create now some nice little panels, and I'm just going to repeat that. So I'm going to turn that back over on itself. Pop the heart. Now there is one in the magazine. They haven't used as many as what I have because, I mean, I do like to go big and bold when I'm doing things like this. But I'm just going to carry on and repeat that pattern.
Works really well.
It does, and you can start to see how you can create some nice little... you could actually create some little decorations with this if you wanted to. Yeah. But I'm just going to continue to put mine onto there. And it's just a repeat pattern of this.
We've just had a comment come in from Sandra. She says, Corrine, I have a 3-metre desk, but I currently craft on a little triangular table. The desk is covered in tidying, sorting and new stuff. Possibly stuff drying as well, Sandra. There you go. So, yes, I really, really do understand where you're coming from.
Now, it depends on how many of these you want to go around, Corrine. I'm just making sure. Can you see? I just lift that up. you can see the levels that I've got. The one that I did at home, I think I put 5 pieces on. Yes, there we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did 5 together and stuck those, because where that's going to stick now is these 2 panels are going to stick onto there, and it will create this lovely 3D kind of heart coming out.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, there's a project in there that's got, I think it's only about 3 or 4 pieces, but you can go as full on as you want, or as let me get that flat. As full on as you want. Did you notice when I had it raised, it wouldn't come out?
Right.
So you need to make sure it's nice and flat. But yeah, you can put as many as you want onto there, Corrine. And again, I think it's just a really nice little feature. And then I'm just going to try and position that into the centre of my... And this is why I've not added any ink to this panel, because the papers... Yeah, it doesn't need it. And then what I'm going to do is... I'm going to pop some foam pads and I'm going to lift it and put it into the centre. And it does fold flat, so you can fold it down flat. Yeah. So don't think for postage or anything like that that's going to be really raised, because it won't be.
I'm loving this idea.
Well, like I said, it was just a little bit, you know, you see something in a magazine, it caught my eye and I thought, oh, I like that. But doing my own take on it. But yeah, absolutely. This is the lovely thing about these magazines, which is why I've always been a massive, massive fan. I've told you this story before. It's a true story where I used to... There's a craft shop in Elsica, Elsica Heritage. There's a craft store. Lovely lady runs it that I've known for a long time, and she used to... I used to walk through the door and she'd be like, have you come for a magazine, Debbie? I'm like, yes, I have, because I loved the Crafters Inspiration magazine. That's long before I worked for the company. Just make sure I've got my card the right way around. Yeah. In fact, should we have a tenfold? No, but we'll have a nice opening one. And just pop that into the centre. I'm just going to do this by eye before I stick that down, Corrine. There we go. And then all it needs now is a sentiment. Ooh, and talking of sentiments, we've got some sentiments in the... oh, isn't that lovely?
It is.
Add a couple of gems, maybe. Yeah. Or we've got some sentiments. Let's have a little look what I think will be nice in there. There's loads to choose from.
Just going to add a little pop of colour as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I might add a little bit of colour, yeah. So, ooh, time to celebrate. Ooh, be wild with love. I think that might be a nice one on there.
It will go.
It's your birthday, go wild. Let's have a little look. What's on the other one? It's your day, yes, queen. Yes, queen. Let's party, born to shop, smart and sassy. Life is short, buy the shoes. Love that one. The one I went for was a pop of colour, because I went for the purple one, which is this one, but I didn't want the rounded, so I just squared it off.
Yeah.
And popped a couple of little pieces of foam pad round the back. But you know, I'm looking at this and thinking, oh my God, hello, gorgeous, is going to look lovely on there. Oh, Corrine, choices. Stick with the original plan,
just got to go with what you've decided.
Yeah, just go with that one. Actually, I might mount that onto a little bit of... No, pop of colour looks nice. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. I was going to mount some onto a bit of colour, but actually, I don't think it needs it. What I do think it needs, though, is a couple of little gems. So I'm just going to shelve some gems out of there.
Well, got some in, if you bought the showstopper, you've got the Wild at Heart gems.
Oh, you have? Have you got some gems over there? Can I pinch some, Corrine? I haven't got my Wild at Heart gems with me. I'm ever so cheeky. I do apologise, Dean. I'm going to be destroying the pack.
I'll bring you this pack that I opened last week that nobody knows I opened last week.
Apart from me. Shh. I'll keep your secret. Okay. I didn't tell anybody. Tracy don't need to know.
No. We hid it well.
Well, she weren't here, was she? So she didn't know, and Jake never. Oh, my goodness, which one's black? Oh, look at the Aurora Borealis. How do you say it, Corrine?
Aurora Borealis.
Thank you. I can't say it. I usually say AB gems. That's what I normally say. I think I'm going to have to go with black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with your black card, don't you?
Yeah, I think I'll go with the black. So let's just pick 1 or 2 of those off and just come in and add 2 or 3.
Oh, Debbie, you howl. Pam can recommend an ironing board for extra space. After all, who wants to do ironing when you can be crafting?
Totally.
Brilliant, Pam.
Totally agree. There we go. I'm not gonna add any more. I think that's enough. Plus, they're not my gems. If I was at home, and there you go. You've got your lovely 3D heart that literally pops off the page. yeah, some really lovely things that you can be doing once you've got this kit at home, once you've got the magazine, take the inspiration, go into that magazine, copy any of the projects if you want to, or do your own little twist on them. Lots of inspiration already out there in that magazine, 76 to 79 projects. Gorgeous demonstrations from Corrine last Thursday. You need to go and check that show out because she did some beautiful, starting from wake up call through to the launch party. She did some beautiful demos. You definitely need to go and check those out as well. But just have a play with the collection. Have a little play. You've got papers, you've got sentiments, you've got all the kit in there, and that kit is the hardware of that magazine. That kit's never going to go out of fashion. It's also like a little extension into the world of Wild at Heart. And if you love the Wild at Heart, take a look on shop the website. Go and have a little look on there and a delve into what you think might work with this if you haven't already got some of those pieces.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving that card. It's so pretty. I love the dimension and that, and using the papers. We all forget about using those papers. Okay, we've got a few comments. We'll come back to those in a minute and we'll have a look. But first, we're going to do a little break because I can see our Ben on the screen, ready and raring to go. So don't forget, here's the details. Oh, Charlotte, she's added in the extra 150 bonus points. There you go. You can see that now. Well done. Thank you, Charlotte. But we will be back in a few minutes. Just give you time to check out after you've seen this from our Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to show you how to check out Crafters TV on our sparkling new website, including how to watch live, catch up with previous shows, and how to view the latest schedules. So, let's get started. First, go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Select the correct location at the top of the page. Click the Crafters TV icon on the top right-hand side of your screen. To watch the show live on the website, click the Watch Now button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the relevant show page where you can watch the show, shop the show, and shop the day at your leisure. To view the Crafters TV schedule, click the View Our Schedule button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the TV schedule where you can browse each date plus all of the shows that are on that day. You can then click on each show to be taken to a page where you can watch and shop the show. If you want to catch up on a previous show, hit the Catch Up button on the purple Crafters TV bar. Then you can scroll down to see all of the previous Crafters TV shows from recent days. If you're looking for something specific, you can click the Craft Expert, Craft Area, Shows and Date filters just above the list of shows. Take a moment to browse until you see the show you want to catch up on, then click onto the show. You'll then be taken to the catch-up page where you're free to watch the show and check out all of the crafty goodies on our Shop the Show and Shop the Day pages. Enjoy!
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello and welcome back. Right, we've got a few comments. We've got some lovely people all joining us. Heather says, I also get the creative clutter that sneaks its way into my working space. Creative clutter always sneaks everywhere, does Heather. We've got Brenda says, lovely. Linda Vasquez says, good morning, everyone. Hello from Minnesota. Karen Fisher, Karen, she says, hello from Florida. I'm watching you two ladies on my new 77-inch TV. You both look even more lovely on the big screen. I'm not sure I'm ready to be on a 77-inch TV.
77, that's really widescreen, isn't it? That's really widescreen. So
yes.
Can you see up close and personal with all the wrinkles and everything else? Is it HD?
I know.
That's what, thank God I've got my makeup on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Rachel's in. Rachel Jones. She met you on Saturday, Debbie. She said it was lovely to meet you on Saturday, Debbie. Ruby is still talking about how fantastic you are. Stocked up on pens for her for Christmas in the Black Friday sale.
Oh,
there
Rachel. And can I tell you, Rachel and Ruby and her lovely friends as well stayed with me for the most of the day. Lovely, lovely kids she's got as well. And do you know what? She won the Gemini Junior.
Oh, how fantastic.
Yeah, so she was the winner of the Gemini, because we were giving away a free Gemini Junior on the day. So that was really lovely. Well, lovely to meet you. And I'm more excited for them because they're going away. They're going to Disneyland for a couple of weeks. And it's Rachel's birthday as well while she's there. So it's lovely. So yes, and do you know what, Ruby? She was darling. Loved both of them, both girls loved the colorista kits. So they got hold of them, and she sent me a picture of what she'd done as well. Absolutely beautiful. A little craft expert in the making is little Ruby, let me tell you now.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Getting out and meeting everybody. So it's so special. Sean Sanderson says, another beautiful card, Debbie. Adriana says, gorgeous. Lois says, very pretty card, thank you, Debbie. Stacey Brown says, love this card, Debbie. Liz R says, lovely card, and so does Betty Weaver. Anne Clark says, hello everyone, and thank you for all your kind comments on the CC Facebook page. I was a little nervous of posting, but you all gave me such a lift. Well, there you go. Okay, right, we have, the Black Friday. They've just waited till I put everything right. We don't need to put it out. All right, it's there. I thought we were going to go on to the Black Friday showstoppers. Right, so we're going to look at our Explorer kit first. So this one is... Now, this is an amazing price. So you've got the pop-out scene craft kit with a tape pen. Now, you should be paying $24.99 for your craft kit and $4.99 for your tape pen every day of the week. Not today. £10. £10, $10. What amazing value for both of those. So, I mean, even if you've had this pop-out scene kit before and you're thinking, but I've run out of the cardstock, or I've run out of the card blanks, I've not got any of the coloured papers left or the printed papers, my pearls are all gone. This is the time to be stocking up. So yes, you'll still get the hardware again, you'll get the 2 dies and the stamps, but you'll also be able to stock up on some of those papers, because for £10, $10, if you're platinum, £8 or $8, you're going to get this kit and the tape pen. And remember, these kits are normally $24.99 on their own. So that is amazing value. But just £8, it really is consumable stocking up prices on there. So make sure you get that. If you really haven't done pop-out scenes before, then this is really going to give you the best way to learn how to do them. And remember, once you open it up and you see what's in there, we're also going to give you a video tutorial on how to use it too. So we're holding your hand all the way. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is our tri-blend collection. So it's 24 pens in total. So you're going to get all 4 sets. I can see like the skin tones there, there's the florals, there's the seascapes one there. There's all sorts of gorgeous, gorgeous colours. So each of those pens are tri-blend. 3 colours in each one. So although we're telling you there's 24 pens, 3 times 24, 72 colours in total for £50 or $80, but your platinum price is going to drop down to £60 or $64 for 24 pens, giving you 72 colours. Okay, I think our Debbie's going to show you the next one.
Well, wait till you see the price.
Okay.
Wait till you see the price. Dean, can I just check? Is it for all of them? I love these kind of deals, Karen. I love them. Look at the price on the screen. Wait till you see what I'm going to show you that you're going to take home today for £15. I said £15, $17. That's if you're not in the club. If you're not in the club and you're just buying today, you can absolutely have them at this fabulous price, which is phenomenal. Let's just pop it out there. Bet if you're in the club, oh my Lord, look at the purple box. £12 or $13.60 for 3 sets. Now, we've labelled them the scenes of light. That was the idea to get your LED lights out, to create lovely pop-out features, for them to be the focal part of the inside of your card, so that when you open up a card, they look absolutely sensational. And let me just tell you, they absolutely do. But come and have a little look, come closer. So you can be using this die set, and this is the die set. And this is all of the features that you're getting in there, because you are going to be able to create the most amazing features on the front, and then lo and behold, on the inside, oh my God, absolutely stunning. Look at the work that you're going to be able to create. If you've never seen these before, these were designed to work with LED lights that you pop at the back, maybe put some, vellum and things like that at the back, and then put your lights in there. Absolutely can do that, but let's not take it away from what this is. This is a fabulous die set, and I say die set, it's also stamps, because you're getting a lovely stamp in here as well that creates this beautiful matching gorgeous feature. So I absolutely love these, and I'll just show you a couple of more examples using the fairies of light. Absolutely beautiful. Now, a lot of our design team members have used these on the front. I used it to create a light up box, and I think I did, I'm pretty sure I did a craft along with this. Pretty sure I did. But absolutely gorgeous dies. The price on these are out of this world. That's one of the die sets, because there's 3 in this collection. So the next one that you've got is the Village of Light. So it's the village scenes. It's those lovely country, warm country feel to this one. Another lovely set of dies that enables you, because you've got the archway die, and then you've got the dies that build up the scene in the background, and then the scene that sits in the front. Very easy to use. We've got plenty of tutorials. What I will tell you is, if you look at those tutorials, is not the price that you're seeing on the screen. And you'll probably think, oh my God, look at this. It is beautiful, it's bright. Use it with other things that you've got in your collection as well. What I love about what Leslie's done with this is that's exactly what she's done to create this lovely warm feature. Some more from that, and I mean seriously, front, beautiful. Inside, absolutely beautiful.
Amazing,
lovely.
aren't they?
I love cards that have got a really wow factor on the inside. This is that die sets that you are going to be able to create these beautiful features on the inside of your cards and build up all those. Take your colour in mediums. That's the second set of the die, because the last one, perfect for all your Christmas needs, because it is, of course, the rooftops of light, and it's got your lovely Father Christmas with his reindeers. You've got the lovely skylight scene in the background with all those lovely tall buildings. Get your colouring mediums at the back, get your mirror card at the back of them, and then build your scenes up. And again, stamps in here as well, so that you can create some lovely wow factors. What's the wow factor for me? I knew I'd do it again. It's every time I see a wow factor. Excuse me. Look at the price. It's absolutely out of this world. £15, $17, £12, $13.60 if you're in the Platinum Club.
Absolutely perfect. Now, that is just an amazing sale. And as you know, we've got quite a few brilliant sales prices on with our Black Friday deals. So, right, now, it might have taken all show, but we're going to show you properly how this Black Friday showstopper deal works. Hopefully all the prices are going to be working so that the prices don't go up instead of going down. Right, it's made up of 5 elements. And the first piece we're going to show you is the little desk hoover. We've shown you this here, so you get in your little desk hoover, and in there you're also going to get your USB cable. You're also going to be getting your little brush and your little directional nozzle. The details of this as an individual are down here, $19.99 or $24.99. Today's price is $13.99 or $17.46. That's not before you get your platinum price. That is just the usual price. So this is a special price on there. So you're going to get this. So this is going to hoover up all of those little bits on there. But you can get it on its own, or you can get it here in the showstopper, and I'm going to show you everything that's in the showstopper. So you're going to get your desktop vacuum. Oops, and you've seen how Debbie used that. Then we're going to get your pens. Now these are your 100 dual tipped marker pens. You're going to get, they're all water based, they're good. So I'm going to get you a different set out. Let's find this set out to get you some colour. Look at the colours. Look at the colours in here. These are absolutely, they're all linked together, and I can't just pull one out. But look at that. Oh, there we go. Look at the greens and blues. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Again, pen details are down here if you are wanting them to today's price. What's that end? Sorry, $34.99 or $41.99, which is a brilliant, brilliant price for these, but they're included in the showstopper.
That showstopper's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
I hadn't realised, because I've been looking at everything in an individual, in my head, everything I've been looking at as an individual. But to get all of that is absolutely incredible. Really is.
This is the third and the fourth element. I've got the fifth one in a minute, but could you tell us a bit more about the third and the fourth one?
I can do indeed.
The details will come on the bottom of the screen, probably for the tape, for the paper trimmer, but there's also spare blades. They're $3.99. But this, it says 3" by 12", but it's not really. And Debbie's going to tell you all about this.
Exactly. That's the size when it's all folded down. So it's going to be a portable paper trimmer for you to take around with you to your craft groups, things like that. Sits easily into your Lois tote bags, all those kind of things, into your craft bags, craft trolleys. But it's absolutely incredible because it is a fantastic cutter. It's a paper trimmer, but it's a paper trimmer of its highest quality. Seriously, everybody needs one of these in their lives. Now, literally, the 3x6 is this. This is the width of the paper trimmer. It's 3 inches compact. But what you have is the extendable leg. Now, it goes down to the 12 inches, but it comes right out, and I'm just going to move it out just so you can see it. It comes right out to 14.25. So it's 14.25.
Yeah.
So this is perfect for your A3 cardstock, for your A3 papers, for your 12x12 papers. It's perfect for all your smaller ones as well, because don't forget, you know, you've got your 1, your 2, your 3, and it's not just your inches, because you've got your centimetres up at the top as well. And that's down both sides. So if I just explain where it is on the side, because you're probably thinking, well, I can't see the 12 inches down here. It's because they're on here. So the measurements are on here. And it goes down right from your note all the way down to your 12 inches. You actually get a little bit more, Corrine, because there's a little bit at the very bottom as well. But it's perfect for all of your 12x12 papers, and I'm going to show you. Let's cut this. Say we want an 8x8 piece of cardstock. Now, this is a cardstock of 200 and... wait a minute. What did I get that? Oh, I think this is 250, 240, yeah. 250. I did say it would cut cardstock as well, and I'll probably show you later as the day goes on. But it is simple up and down motion, and it's a clean cut. You just line it up wherever it is that you want to take it from. So I'm going to just get it down to, again, we'll do an 8x8. So I know I've got a perfect 8x8 mat there. And again, slice up. You've got the removable trimmer blade. So this will be able to take out and replace it. You'll know when you need to replace it. I've been going strong with my original Violet Studio ones now, and I've had mine for nearly 2 years, and it's still going strong, and I've not had to replace anything. But the magic of a paper trimmer, Corrine, is this. When you want to create, and we talk about it a lot about in terms of gutting. I know it's a horrible word, and I hate using it, but when you want to take out the apertures into cardstocks, You've got the perfect measurements down here. You're going to use it. I can't see it very well because, again, it's an eye counter, so I'm just doing this roughly. When I'm at home, when I'm on my craft desk, sat at my craft desk, I can get those measurements absolutely perfectly. But it is incredible that you can do these kind of things as well. You simply lift that up, turn it around. I would not be without a paper trimmer. I've got a guillotine. I've got a guillotine for all my heavyweight cardstock, mount board and things like that, but I would not be without a paper trimmer for this reason. Just seeing I've not gone further down there. Let me just put that back in, get that back into place and just finish that little cut off. But I would not be without my trimmer. Oh, Debbie, do you know you're making the right pig's ear of that girl? Let me just pull that to one side, where you can take out your aperture and then you've got your perfect mats and layers. I use this for something else. And again, it's just absolutely a must-have. It's a craft room essential in terms of your, you know, for your paper needs, your paper trimming needs. And again, it will still do all your small slivers as well, like your guillotines will. There's a little hand guard. I keep saying it myself every time. I try and pull it up from here, Corrine, but there's a perfect little tab here that I keep forgetting about. But simply, you can do all your simple measurements. So if you love doing all your things like your paper weaving, iris folding, all those things, you can still use it for all those needs as well.
And you can score with it as well.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. Seriously, it's a fabulous one. Paper trimmer, perfect for portability, perfect for all your paper trimming needs, but it does cut cardstock as well. 300 GSM, 310, I've used it on Centura Pearl, but obviously it's perfect for these kind of things. When you want to create the frame, the apertures, that's exactly what you go.
There you go, beautiful, never looked lovelier. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, right, I'm just going to pause on this. The details for the paper trimmer are down here, so you can see all those. This is the showstopper deal. I've not talked about the tape pens, but quickly, Debbie, could you just show us your two mates? We've forgotten to do the vote.
Absolutely.
We've forgotten to do the vote. We'll come back to this in 1 minute.
Votes. Oh my God, I completely forgot. Sorry,
I've seen it to you and it wasn't going in, wasn't it?
I've got a buzzing in my ear.
It wasn't going in
My
at
little
all.
thing's buzzing away in my ears. Do you know when you feel like you're in an aeroport and you can hear airplanes? That's what I feel like in me at the minute. So apologies, that's my fault. I didn't quite catch you. Oh, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad it's just two then.
I know.
Who's on the socials?
Alex.
Alex. Sorry about this, Alex. There you go. Number 1, using the Kingfisher. Number 2, using the magazine to create the full heart there. Number 2. So it's 1 or 2, nice and easy for Alex. And then they can do the counting as well. So absolutely fantastic. Get your vote in right now. I'm glad I'm not choosing. No. I love them both.
I know. I think I know which one I'd pick. Okay, right. So we'll carry on with the showstopper. Then I've got a couple of questions. The tape pens is the 5th item in the showstopper. These are our brand new one. They are our refillable glue tape pens. This is your bumper pack. So what you're going to get is you're going to get 1 each ready to go of your pens, dotty and straight, and I love how the straight is now in a pink case. It's in that raspberry case, so it's much easier to tell the difference. And each one has a little sort of sleeve over the top, and you take that and that's how you split them apart. We'll show you again how to fill them. So as well as the full one, you've then got 5 dotty refills and 5 straight refills, 360 metres in total. Now, if you are buying them on the, there we go, the today's price, and you are platinum, they are going to be, I wrote it down, less than 8p a metre if you're in the UK, or less than 11 cents per metre if you are in the US. So absolute amazing value. Now, your, like I say, your showstopper deal, your Black Friday showstopper deal, is all of the tape pens and the trimmer and the replacement blades and the brand new desk hoover vacuum and the 100 pens. On that point, Stephanie says, are the pens alcohol or watercolour?
Water.
Her granddaughter would love them, but they were out shopping yesterday for Thanksgiving. They're water-based. So yes, they're watercolour. There we go. Then Carletta's already ordered them. And Rosalind says, sometimes the paper trimmer is easier to pull out than the large cutters. Absolutely. Yeah. All you're just going to have to remember is don't go through. There is a way you could possibly get your things like your mount board, but I wouldn't be using your mount board with it, and I wouldn't be using, as Debbie said, your acetate either. So yeah, but otherwise, absolutely brilliant. And your details are here, £90 or $125. Your platinum price, that is amazing value, £72 or $100. And demo of the show, we can do that so it doesn't get mud, is number 2.
Oh.
I thought number 1 was going to win. I love number 2.
I love them both. I love one for the colour and the kingfisher.
Yeah.
But I do love number 2 because it's just something a little bit different and a few little different techniques there, so I can understand why that's got the vote. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Absolutely fantastic. But talking about vote number 2, how about just quickly remind you that if you were inspired by that, then you need to be getting the Crafters Inspiration magazine for Showstopper. You're going to get the magazine with all the free bits, the die, the embossing folder, the stencil, and the die, the embossing folder, the stencil. Which one of them? Stamps. There you go. I knew I'd get there. And all of the inspiration in there. You're going to get your 12 sheets of 12 by 12 construction weight, heavy weight, foiled acetate. You're going to get your 40 sheets of luxury cardstock in the precious metals. Brilliant colours, work so well with the Wild at Heart papers. You're going to get your embellishment pack. You're going to get your foam pads. You're going to get your roll of foam tape. And right down at the front, you're going to get your gorgeous gold gilding wax as well. All for the amazing price, £40, $50, or your platinum price is £32, $40. But I love this little bit down here. The little purple box of joy down there is 150 bonus points. Right, we're going to go off and have some lunch. I've got a little bit of filming to do. We'll be back at 3 o'clock and we're going to be showing you all of our Craft Vault deals. We've got amazing deals. It's all under here. So please come back because you don't want to be missing these deals we've got later.